KUUU, South Jordan, Salt Lake on HD1 and KUDD, American Fork, HD3.
Unrestricted with Drerawka, only on U92.
U92, who's this?
Yo, what's up? This Cube.
Hey, Cube, man, how you doing today?
Good, man. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good. My name is Dre. I'm with U92. On behalf of U92 in Utah, man, just thank you for your time this morning. I really appreciate it.
Oh, man, no problem, man. I can't wait to get there.
You know, Valentines Jam, it all goes down Saturday at Vivint Arena. Doors open at 7:30, man. Cube, you are an icon, man, a living legend, somebody that I, for one, have grown up on, whether if it's Hollywood and movies or your music. Cube, after doing it for so long, what keeps you going?
I love it. I started off doing hip-hop as a kid for fun. You know, I never knew I'd make a quarter off the music. So it was a hobby, you know, creating things from scratch. Just being part of hip-hop, something new. It was new at the time when I got into it. So this has always been fun for me, you know, to do the music. You know, movies are cool, but it's actually kind of boring to do a movie because you sit around a lot and just wait to shoot these different little parts.
Yeah.
And then, you know, when they put it together, it's an incredible thing. But, you know, when it comes to music, hip-hop, getting up on that stage, it's immediate. It's right there, you know.
Yeah.
Rocking a crowd for an hour, 75 minutes. You know, however much time, you know, I got to do it, I just have fun with it, so I love it. I ain't gonna stop.
Man, for doing it for so long, it was your first time doing the NASCAR at the Clash of the Coliseum? Was that your first time ever doing anything like that?
Yeah, that was my first time doing NASCAR, but, you know, I've done, you know, things like Raider gangs and stuff like that. So, but, yeah, that was my first time with NASCAR. I had, you know, checked them out a couple of times when they came to California, and, you know, when they was doing this thing right there at the Coliseum, which is downtown L.A., you know, they wanted to make sure I was a part of it, so I was happy to do it, and it seemed like people really enjoyed it.
Yeah, absolutely. I've seen just off of Twitter and the posts that I've seen on social media, the response was crazy, man. It was really dope, and low key, like I caught the highlight video and seeing you in that. I believe it was that a '64 Impala, that red joint.
Yeah.
That was.
Yeah.
Was that your joint?
No, that was one of the dudes that we know who bring us cars and we want to. Sorry about that on the radio, but they bring us cars and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
It's all good, Q.
You know,
You're making more work for me.
Trying to get busy. Yeah. So, you know, it was a cool thing to bring the car down and you know, we jump up there and do that real quick and give it a real LA feel.
Yeah, I mean that's what it was, right? I think Dub C said it best when he was like Chuck Taylors and Lolos, right? Like I love that aesthetic, right? Because to be honest with you, as a POC myself, we really don't get exposed to NASCAR. You know what I mean? The things that we get exposed to aren't the positive things. I mean, the last thing I seen was a bunch of nooses in the locker rooms. You know what I mean? Like that was the last thing that I seen of NASCAR until I seen somebody that I look up to in Ice Cube actually performing at an event for NASCAR. So it makes me want to dabble into that world a little bit more. So I just appreciate you opening the horizons on what's out there.
Yeah, I mean, if you go to a NASCAR event, actually go, it reminds me of like hockey. You know, when you go and you see it live, it's a better appreciation for the sport, and you end up becoming a fan. You know, I went and saw them live when they was in Fontana, California, and just seeing them on that track, you know, it takes courage, athleticism, focus. It takes a lot to drive them cars that fast for that long. So I just started to respect the sport and love it, and you know, I'm not into it as much as my son is, you know, one of my sons, Sharif, he know all the drivers and stuff.
Yeah.
And so, I'm just picking up on it. But it's cool, that sports is inclusive. Period. It should be. When racism and stuff start to bleed into sports, it just makes it, just kind of puts a sour taste in your mouth. So, the more inclusive sports is like our last sports and music. It seemed like is our last, place sanctuary we can go and put all that stuff aside. Hopefully.
Yeah, absolutely. One sport that I know you love and I love as well is basketball, man. And I just seen that the Big Three is making a season 5 return.
Yeah, we coming back for season 5. It's been a beautiful thing with the Big Three, and so just to see that the players, the people, the fans, the sponsors are still excited about the league. It just keeps growing and growing.
And I see that. Obviously, you guys are doing open tryouts right now, right? Next month they kick off. I believe the first date is in DC, but a close city to ours is Phoenix. So, at these tryouts, are you gonna be in attendance, or what should we expect?
It's the players and the coach's decision whether you advance. Not mine. So
yeah.
You should come in just showing your game, and you can advance. We had at least 3 guys from the tryouts make it on the roster. They didn't make it on week 1, but during the season they was picked up off the draft pool. And then one of the guys, Devin Sweeney, went all the way to the championship and won it with Trilogy. So, it's like it's not just hype. If you got the game, you can actually make it into the league. So you should come to Phoenix and show out.
Yeah, man, that's one thing that I loved about Big Three when it was first announced was the opportunity, right, for some of these guys that still have game to get out there and show what they can do. I mean, I think I read that even OG Joe Johnson ended up getting a 10-day contract back in the NBA, and he was in the Big Three. That's incredible.
Yeah, him, Mario Chalmers, he went back with the Heat for a few games. And yeah, it's a great thing. It's a league of great competition. These are not washed up dudes. These are dudes who can't find a spot on a roster in the NBA. A lot of them play overseas in different countries, and then they come back and play in the Big Three to show people what they got. And it's a man's game. You got to come in there with your big boy pants on. And so the NBA is starting to recognize. I think that they've been recognizing from day one, but now they're starting to realize you can pluck some of these players, and maybe they can help you.
Yeah, absolutely. Something that I love about what you're doing currently is the Mount Westmore. Man, can you take us through how Mount Westmore was even assembled? Because this is like a juggernaut group. What I mean? Especially if you're from the West Side.
It's big. It was E40. He hit me up during the pandemic, and we were all kind of doing our own thing, and we've been friends forever. We done been on each other's shows together, like for 25 years. So he was like, "Man, we need to come up with a super group." I said, "Who in it?" Because I wanted to see, who he was talking about. He said, "Me, you, Snoop, and Too Short." I was like, "Hell yeah!" And he was like, "Okay." He said, "Now that we got you in, Cube, I know we can get everybody else in. And what we gonna call the group?" I said, "We calling it Mount Westmore." And it was just a perfect name, perfect group, and the record is banging. I know y'all playing big subwoofer. I really appreciate that. We right now we just working out paperwork with a label that I don't want to mention right now, and hopefully we can drop the album soon.
I mean,
spring, summer.
We need that summer album. We need that West Coast summer riding music, man. And Big Subwoofer if that's just a taste of what we should expect, man, it's gonna be something electric, bro. And I can't wait. I'm really excited for it.
That's what it's all about. You know what I mean? It's all about, giving the fans what they want. You know, it's not about giving them what you want to give them all the time. It's about giving the fans what they want. And this is something good for hip-hop. This is something good, definitely for the West. This is something good for all our fans. It's kind of like we the Super Friends getting together, you know what I'm saying? Avengers, whatever you want to call it. And it's a great thing because the record is banging, and that's the most important part.
One thing that you said off of Big Subwoofer was jump off the roof like Superfly Snooker. Are you a wrestling fan?
When I was younger, back in the day, I was big time into all the names, from Superfly Snooker to the Iron Sheik to Andre the Giant to, Hogan.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so, Junkyard Dog. Like, as I got older, I kind of started getting into football and basketball and boxing a little more. Now I'm so caught up into this basketball with the big three. We call it fireball. That I ain't into it as much as my son. Like my son, O'Shea Jr.
Yeah,
he's like a freak. He like crazy with it. He got my daughter. They be going to all the events. They know everybody. They be getting invited to everything. And so he probably the one you need to talk to about that.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Well, I know that you've been dabbling into the Web3 space, man, with the NFTs and things of that sort. What's your thoughts on that, man? What's your thoughts on this new wave of digital currency and art?
I'm more into the art of it. The digital currency. That is what it is. People love to figure out new ways to make money and flip money and this, that, and the other. But I've always been into the art and being able to do art on different levels, from, music to writing to producing to directing movies, TV shows, documentaries. I'm into all of these forms of expression. So to be able to do it in the NFT space, now the Metaverse is coming. It's just a different way to create, and that's what I love to do. Out of all this, it's all about creating things that wasn't here before you were here, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah, and I love that you're cool with like growing with that, because I know some people that are just like, I'm off it. I don't want nothing to do with it, not even on the art piece. But I love to hear somebody like yourself that is embracing the art piece and going forward with like what technology is. I love that. What will we ever see Ice Cube perform in the Metaverse? Are you gonna be doing a digital concert?
I don't know. I haven't had that plan, so I can't say no. But I can't say yeah, because right now it ain't on the schedule to do. So it might pop on there. It's all about who I collab with. When you get into a new space, you want to respect the space. You don't want to just jump in because you got a name and just start doing, stupid moves. So you just want to connect with the people that got respect in the space, and then see if you can collaborate, see if y'all got like minds. Because you might not.
Yeah.
So you move on till you find somebody who you can really collaborate with.
No doubt, no doubt. With the Raiders, I know you're a big Raiders fan. Is the Raiders feeling at home in Vegas? Is it still kind of weird?
It feels at home to me. They got a brand new stadium, something that Oakland and LA didn't pull off for them. And so, Vegas is definitely not a bad cousin of of Oakland and Vegas. I mean, Oakland and LA. So people love going to Vegas. The town kind of fits there. I mean, the team kind of fits there. So it kind of fit real perfect, like, to be honest.
Yeah. On Saturday, Valentines Jam, U92, you're gonna be performing, but also Sugar Hill Gang's gonna be performing as well. And on your song "Why We Thugs," you kind of mentioned Sugar Hill there. You know what I mean? When you said "Thank God for Sugar Hill," I put a different type of steel up to my grill. Was Sugar Hill any type of influence on you when you were younger?
Of course. Everything that Sugar Hill Records was doing. I believe her name was Sylvia Robinson. Like, all the stuff that they were doing over there was, going straight to the brain. Not only Sugar Hill Gang, but Grandma's Flash and the Furious Five. Big influences on hip-hop. Not just me, but bringing the music forward and making it, more of a professional thing and not just a hobby or not just an amateur event, but bringing it into, like, bogarting our way into music circles and to music in general, because other musics didn't want hip-hop. Like, when it came to, rock, disco, funk, soul, it was all hating on hip-hop. And so we had to kind of bogart our way in. And so groups like the Sugar Hill Gang made it a little easier. Even Curtis Blow, Grandma Splash and the Furious Five, those was our biggest groups when hip-hop first started.
Being who you are in the state that you're in California, a lot of people that are just starting out making music or even getting into the film industry, they kind of have people to look up to, like yourself, right? But here in Utah, we really don't have that. We don't really have an artist that has quote unquote blown, right? What advice would you give a young talent that is trying to, pursue this musical career or even this film career?
Well, pursuing a career is a big task. The thing is like, get into the creative process. Like, you got to learn to be happy with creating what you do. And everything that comes off of that, you have to look at that as gravy. I think if you do that, no matter where your career ends up, you'll be a happier artist, because it's not about how many records you sell. It's about, being able to live with yourself and get respect from people around you, your peers. And, a lot of people sell records, they don't have no respect. They sell a lot of records and people hate them. I don't want to see them coming. I don't want to mention no names.
Yeah.
And then, so it's like you got to pick what kind of artist you want to be. You just want the outcome and the money and the stuff. It's probably going to be harder to happen unless you fall in love with the creation. And then whatever happens out of that, you look at it as okay, this is great. So you take that approach, and then the industry won't let you down as much as it let down people who get everything they want. They establish, they get everything they want, or maybe not. And then they the biggest artists in the world, but they sad as hell. They got all the money in the world, they sad as hell. Because for some reason, they got into it for the wrong reason. And they ended up, people not even, like, something go wrong that they wanted to go right, and then that just sends them rock bottom. So
yeah,
get into it for the right reason.
And I think right now where we are in just in like with technology and everything, I think that creatives can really shine right now. And there's really no gatekeepers. There's no reason, right? You could create whatever you want. If you have a vision, you can go and do it. You can learn it. And that's where I love where our creative space is. I appreciate that, Cube, for real. I just got a couple more questions, man. You are somebody that has been on record saying that you're not interested in doing a versus battle. You would like to actually see the artists perform their favorite artist songs. Correct me if I'm wrong. But who would you like to perform? What artists would you like to perform if you had that opportunity?
I mean, performing each other's songs, man, that's probably a bit hard. I mean, I could do Public Enemy all day long.
Yeah. That would be hard, Q. That would be dope.
Yeah, I mean, Chuck D is my favorite MC of all time. And so, I think I would just play each other music. You know what I mean? Performing each other music, I think that'd be a hard task. You know what I'm saying? I think I said play each other music. Back when it first started, that's what they was doing. Now, I don't even know if you could do it that way. I think you got to jump up there and do your own songs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To get a crowd what they want. It's evolved into, what you see now, which is, pretty much performances.
Absolutely. So what's up, man? Are we going to see you Sunday? Are you going to make a special appearance?
You're going to see me Saturday. Don't worry about Sunday. Worry about Saturday. You know what I'm saying? Like, for all the homies in the house, this should be the easiest Valentine's present to think of. Like, bring them to the concert. Bring her to the concert. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's just, like, that's what you do. Happy Valentine's Day. I mean, you still got to do the other little stuff, but, that's easy peasy.
What's Valentine's Day look like for you, Cube? Are you a romantic kind of guy?
I do what I need to do to keep my wife. That's what you ask.
Hey, that's a perfect. Yo, like the homie said, it was corny that I still asked my wife of 9 years to still be my Valentine. They said that was corny.
Man, ain't nothing corny, man. Just make sure you keep her. That's all that matters, Do what you got to do. Don't listen to nobody.
I mean, Cube, I really appreciate your time, man. I probably kept you longer than I should have. This Saturday, Valentines Jam at the Vivint Arena. This man right here, the icon, the living legend, Cube, will be performing. I can't wait to see you, my brother. Last time I seen you, you were at the It was at the Gallivan Center, and it's been a few years, man. So I really look forward to it. Cube, I don't know if anybody else tells you this when you talk to them, but on behalf of Utah, on behalf of U92, we really love you, bro. We really love you. We really appreciate what you have done for not only in the art space, right, within the creative space, but also what you're doing with the Black agenda. We really appreciate you being a voice. You continue to be a voice, and if nobody else tells you that they love you, man, we love you here.
I appreciate it, man. Salt Lake always shown me love, and I just really appreciate it. I always look forward to coming back. All of Utah has always shown me love, so I can't wait to get there and rock the house, have some fun, go through these West Side classics, and just continue the mutual love affair between your boy Ice Cube and the people of Utah. Let's keep it moving.
I appreciate you, Cube, man. I hope you have a good rest of your day.
Yeah. Take it easy.
All right, peace.